Welcome back to this session of chemical properties of alcohols. As we know that alcohols are versatile compounds and they react both as electrophiles and nucleophiles. So we know in these alcohols what happens between carbon, oxygen, between oxygen and hydrogen. So there are two kinds of bonding tendencies are there, and depending on this cleavage of these two bonds, alcohol's chemical reactivity can be ascertained. So whenever a nucleophile is said to be present inside an alcohol, then alcohol, the bond between OH and oxygen and hydrogen will be broken. That means whenever this bond between oxygen and hydrogen broken, that time alcohol behaves like a nucleophile. That time alcohol acts as nucleophile. Alcohol acts as nucleophile. So that means when you take this reaction into account, alcohol or OH. So as you know, over the oxygen in alcohol, over the oxygen in alcohol, we have two lone pair of electrons are there. If it treated with a positively charged part of that any of the species like C plus carbocation, then what will happen we will see. So in this you can say that the case is quite different. This carbon, positively charged carbon, will take over the oxygen. That means oxygen and carbon combines and releases this hydrogen as H plus. So that means whatever the compound obtained, that ROH, these dots, two dots are there over it, and see carbon gets satisfied in this, and this the bond between the oxygen and hydrogen will separate out. In this case, what will happens? There will be a positive charge developed over the oxygen. So it will happen when hydrogen is separated out from the alcohol. That means alcohol is joined with the electrophile, means alcohol behaves as nucleophile. Okay, so this is what the noticeable fact after the reaction. Once the H plus ion got removed, then you can say this oxygen will get satisfied, and once that is got satisfied means what will happens over the oxygen, the regeneration of the two pairs of electrons takes place. It takes place actually in two steps. I'm showing one step in this. So this is uh, one case. What is the other case? Here the other case we will call it as breaking of CO bond. That means when carbon oxygen bond separate out, then how alcohol behaves. Alcohol behaves like an electrophile. So in this case, alcohol behaves like a nucleophile in the first case. If you take the second case, this is the first case I am taking. What is the second case? In the second case, if you take an alcohol, that means if you take alcohol or CH2OH, and if it is treated with a proton, then what will happen? Automatically protonation takes place, and that RCH2 will become RCH2OH2 over the oxygen. That positive charge will be developed in this. So it indicates that what is the reason behind that one is nothing but here whatever Br minus is there, that means I am taking the Br minus one bromide nucleophile which is treated with this compound whatever obtained here, that is CH2 or bond OH2 plus. So once this bromide is attacking this CH2 carbon, then what will happen is the bond between carbon and oxygen will separate out. That time you will be getting a product between bromine and carbon. The bond is developed, and rest of the portion whatever is there that will forms water. So this will be formed as a water. So water is H2O obtained. So from these two reactions we can understand that alcohols are said to be undergoing chemical reactions in which alcohols exhibits nucleophilic behavior, alcohols exhibits electrophilic behavior. So when alcohol behaves like an electrophile, that time carbon oxygen bond will be separated out. And when alcohol behaves like a nucleophile, at that time oxygen and hydrogen bond will be broken in these chemical reactions that are participated by alcohols. Okay, friends, let us see. Based on whatever the cleavage discussion we have done, OH bond cleavage and CO bond cleavage, we will divide the chemical properties of alcohols into two types. The one type we will call it as reactions involving cleavage of OH bond with removal or substitution of hydrogen as a proton. That is one type of chemical reactions. The other type of chemical reactions that are involved by alcohols are nothing but reactions involving cleavage of CO bond with removal of or substitution of this OH group present in the alcohol. Okay, let us move on to the first case. So when we observe the first case, we can collect some information from it. So what is that information is nothing but acidity of alcohols, means that is called as acidic character, acidic character of alcohols. As you know, this can be understand from a simple reaction, that means reaction with sodium. If you check it, reaction with the sodium metal, if you check it, then you will come to know how far it is exhibiting acidic character. So as you know, alcohol is ROH, and if it is treated with sodium metal, then what will happen? It will forms RONA. This is called as sodium alkoxide with the liberation of a gas called hydrogen gas. Okay, so this is one example. This is indication of the acidic behavior of this alcohols. That means acidic strength of alcohols can be understand from this reaction. And moreover, if acidic order of alcohol, if anything is given, that means what is the order of acidity? What is the order of acidity of alcohol? Anybody asked? Then that you can give like this. The first will be having methyl alcohol, which is stronger acid. Then primary, after that secondary. Then after we have tertiary alcohols will come in this list. That means methyl alcohol, primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, in this order. This acidic nature of alcohols will be studied. Okay, let us check with the another chemical reaction we have. So see the other one, alcohol reaction with the Grignard reagent also gives one alkane is an example for the acidic behavior of this alcohol in this reaction what we are observing. That means alcohol between oxygen and hydrogen, this bond is got separated out. Alkoxide group is attached to this magnesium part, and alkyl part of this Grignard reagent is go along with the hydrogen. So it indicates that alcohol hydrogen is exhibiting positive charge. Rapid reaction takes place. Indicates that this alcohol is stronger acid in this reaction. So R dash H formed here is called as alkane. Okay. So in this way we can understand the acidic character of alcohols. Not only that one, we know that the different kinds of alcohols are there, but overall the range of dissociation, acid dissociation constant of alcohol is given as 10 power minus 16 to 10 power minus 18 is there. This is an indication for very weak acid in the chemical reactions. That means alcohols are weak acids, and from this information we can tell that alcohols are not said to directly react with sodium hydroxide, and also alcohols are not said to convert this whatever the blue litmus into red litmus. This is also not possible. In these two are exceptional things, but remaining are as per the chemical reactions we can tell they will exhibit acidic character, but they are not as acidic as water also. That indicates that alcohols are feebly acidic than water. Okay, the second one, esterification reaction. This reaction with carboxylic acids I am discussing. Carboxylic acids. What will happen? Alcohols when reaction with carboxylic acids, they form esters. Example, if you see this one, ROH, I am writing alcohol, and ester is nothing but I am writing the carboxylic acid. I am writing HOC double bond O R. Usually RCOOH is the formula, general formula of carboxylic acid, but I am writing reversely to tell about how the water molecule is got removed from this reaction. That means here you can now observe that if the water molecule is removed, hydrogen H plus from alcohol and OH from carboxylic acid both got removed, then you'll be getting the answer as ester, that is nothing but RCOOR. This is the compound called ester will be obtained. So in this reaction, which group is participated? Which group is participated in the cleavage? The group participated in the cleavage is nothing but OH group. That means the bond between hydrogen and oxygen and alcohol is separated out, and bond between carbon and oxygen is separated out in the case of carboxylic acid. So finally, we got this ester as a product indicates that alcohol is ready to produce esters with carboxylic acids. Is a reaction involved by the OH bond in alcohols. So in this, usually what might be the mechanism of the reaction? We will just check it out. What will be the mechanism of the reaction? First of all, this reaction is going to take place in the presence of which compound is important? In the presence of acids. Sulfuric acid, you can take an example. And not only that one, the sulfuric acid H2SO4, you can say it releases, if it releases one proton, H plus plus HSO4 minus. So this proton you can operate on this carboxylic acid. that is RCOOH is there. In the RCOOH, whatever carboxylic acid alkoxy group is there, that carboxylic group, oxygen double bond, two lone pairs of electrons are there. To this, this H plus ion is going to be attached. Means the protonation will takes place on the carboxylic acid. So we have carboxylic acid, and in the carboxylic acid, once the protonation is completed, you can get R C double bond O H, and this oxygen will get positive charge in this case, and rest of the other one is nothing but there is OH, and this is one step. What will be the other step here is nothing but when it continues, if you take this continuity of the reaction, then RC double bond OH, oxygen with the positive charge, and the OH as usual it is there, and once we take the alcohol now, ROH, ROH I am taking as alcohol, and as you know, in this alcohol, this OR group, if it is exhibiting nucleophile behavior, then definitely it will come on to this carbon and gives a new product. This is also an intermediate one. You can check it off, because in this reaction only what will happens, one of the pair on the between carbon and oxygen double bond here will come on to oxygen, makes this OH double bond OH as single bond OH, and at the same time this ROH will attack on the carbon, yeah, this carbon. So this attack continuously takes place. Then what will be the result? See, the result is nothing but RC, here OH, you can write here OH, you can write alcohol oxygen here, and that alcohol oxygen now will get positive charge in this step, which can be again further rearranged, can be rearranged accordingly. We will get a new product, that is RCOH. Here this will become positively charged OH2, and this will become OR. So this is coming from alcohol. Do remember, this is alcohol alkoxy group. This alkyl group already existed in the carboxylic acid, which will be again further undergoes this reversible process, and in the reversible process you can able to convert, that means you can able to remove water here to get carbocation in this reaction, that is RCOH. This will become carbocation, and this is OR as usual. So this OR, whatever this OR is there, this is OR from alcohol is coming. And now you can talk about what will be the further process. The further process is nothing but it loses proton. If it loses proton, then definitely you are going to get ester. So that is, if you take this is the removal of this one, then ester will be formed. But immediately you can't remove it, because this bond is a stronger bond. To satisfy this carbocation, to satisfy this carbocation, this bond will come here. At the same time, hydrogen will go as H plus ion. Then that result is nothing but RC double bond OR, RCOOR. This is called ester. So now once have a look on to this entire reaction. of this esterification. In this esterification reaction, the carboxylic acids are there. The carboxylic acids reacts with this alcohols, gives esters, and this mechanism I have shown. This H plus ion released by the acid is attacking the carboxylic acid carbon oxygen double bond. After that, this positive charge is said to be developed on this one. Then after we have taken the same positive charge OH group, from that this uh, whatever the next further addition of alcohol taken place. So in the alcohol, that oxygen is negative, that is attacking the carbon here. Once it is becoming carbocation, immediately that was got attacked. After that, we have prepared this compound. After preparing that compound, in this compound, we have sent this one of the oxygen hydrogen to this OH, and that OH has became OH2. In that, oxygen got a positive charge. Then after we have turned that the pair of electrons, here pair of electrons over the oxygen towards the carbon to make it neutral. Actually, after removal of water only, this carbocation is formed, and that carbocation is neutralized by removal of this proton. We got the ester. Okay, so in that way we have prepared esters. Not only the preparation of ester cases, the esters can also be prepared from different kinds of reactions with acid chlorides and reaction with the acid anhydrides also. Now you'll see the reaction with acid derivatives and acid halides, acid derivatives. Reaction with acid derivatives. Acid derivatives means carboxylic acid derivatives. As you know, the acid derivatives are nothing but they are acid chlorides, they are acid anhydrides. That means anhydrides and chlorides. Acid chlorides or acid halides or acid anhydrides. So that means when you take alcohol or OH, this alcohol can be treated with acid chloride or acid halide. Acid halide can be written as RCOR like this. Then what will happen is this hydrogen and halogen will be getting removed. After the removal of that, you will get ROC double bond O R. This is an ester, and with the removal of HX formed. So this is ester formed. This is one thing. So you got RCOX here we taken, that is called as acid halide. So with acid halides also alcohols are giving esters. That is one thing. And other thing, that means how can we tell about alcohol's behavior with acid anhydrides? So here ROH I am taking. So in this ROH, OH will be separated out and acid anhydride I am taking as RC double bond O, C double bond OR. So R, and which is also taken in the presence of acid, and that is converted into carboxylic acid. One is converted into carboxylic acid. That means the other one is said to be converted into ester. So it is RCOOR. So one is acid, one is ester. Here also we got esters. These reactions actually called as esterification reactions. They can also be conducted in the presence of pyridine. And preparation of this whatever aspirin is also an example of this esterification. So next reaction with ketene. Ketene is CH double bond C double bond O. So if this alcohol, whatever alcohol is there, in this alcohol, this ketene alcohol reaction will be getting some positive results. Positive results means between oxygen and hydrogen and alcohol, polarity develops, as you know. Oxygen gets negative and hydrogen gets positive. In ketene, also the same thing will happen. Oxygen will get partial negative, carbon will get partial positive. At the same time, this hydrogen positive will react with, will connect with this oxygen and gives one alcohol type of, that means form, enol form, that means this is in, this is OH. This is called as enol form. Enol form. Whereas this the next fourth bond will be linked with the OR in this one, OR. So now when you want to observe this reaction, in this reaction we have keto form also possible. That means when you want to observe the tautomerism in this, the bond between this O and H will be separated out, and a pair of electrons, whatever pair of electrons is there, that will come here in between carbon oxygen, and carbon oxygen will get a double bond again, but this hydrogen as a proton will be go to this carbon, it will become CH3. Then what is the answer is nothing but the compound formed is CH3 COOR. CH3 COOR. So that CH3 COOR we can call it as this ester. This will takes place after that only hydrogen will come on to this one. This is the third reaction I am going to discuss. And moreover, we have reaction with isocyanic acid is also there. One important reaction is there. That is nothing but reaction with isocyanic acid. Isocyanic acid. So exactly what is isocyanic acid? Isocyanic acid is nothing but this HCN is there, O is there, HCNO. This is isocyanic acid. In this, between nitrogen and carbon, between carbon and oxygen, there will be a double bond. And now in this isocyanic acid, if it is treated with alcohol, then you have to write elaborately this nitrogen and carbon and oxygen bond elaborately. So when you write like this, you can easily understand that carbon oxygen double bond will become OH and the carbon will get OR in the first step of the reaction. So you will get H N double bond C OH OR. Then after what will happens, this amino ester will be formed. So now this will say this to prepare the COH bond, again we need to send this double bond over the nitrogen with, because of electronegativity, hydrogen come on to nitrogen, then you will get NH2, or you can write H NH bond COR, and this COH bond will become C double bond O, that is called as amino ester. Amino ester. And also you can also call it as urethane. its another name is nothing but urethane. Urethane. Now we will see the reaction with the ethylene oxide also. So here, as you know, ethylene oxide is nothing but is a cyclic compound. It is CH2 bond CH2. A bridged one is nothing but oxygen is the bridge is there in this. So if it is treated with the alcohol or OH, as you know, one of the carbon is the becomes positive, oxygen will become negative in this one. So once this carbon oxygen bond in ethylene oxide is cleaved, then this ring gets opened to give the product in this. So you can say this is CH2 is there. This CH2, this will be taking OR, and another CH2 is there that will take this OH, will become OH. And further you can treat if you don't want to keep this OH bond saying it is also alcohol, then you can further treat this one with one more alcohol molecule with the abstraction of water. What will happen is this OH also will become OR, and that product will be called as dialkoxyethane or alkane. So it will become OR. It will also become OR. This is called as dialkoxy alkane. So what is the name of this compound is dialkoxyethane. So first carbon, second carbon, this alkoxy groups are there. You can also call it as 1 comma 2 dialkoxyethane. See the reaction with diazomethane. So in this reaction with diazomethane is nothing but CH2 N2. Here this alcohol with diazomethane can form a kind of ester. As you know, here in this carbon is troubling with the two hydrogens, and nitrogen will be separated out with the electrons with more electronegativity. If nitrogen is separated out, what will happen, sir? The rest of the portion will become ROCH3. So here what formed? Ester is formed in the reaction with the diazomethane. Okay, dear friends, students, till now we have discussed about the reactions involving cleavage of OH bond in alcohol with the removal or substitution of hydrogen as a proton. In that, the first reaction we have observed is acid character reaction with sodium metal, and other one is reaction with Grignard reagent. Then after we started observing the esterification reaction, the esterification reaction with carboxylic acid and its mechanism, followed by the another reaction that is called as reaction with the acid derivatives. So after that we observed reaction with the acid derivatives, and in acid derivatives we have took acid halides and acid anhydrides, uh, and they are also giving esters that was we identified. After that we have we took a reaction with the ketene also, we got a tautomerism enol, uh, ketoenol form of compound we have obtained in that reaction that we saw. After that reaction, the reaction with isocyanic acid also we observed, which is also one of the OH bond cleavage reactions. After that reaction with ethylene oxide we saw reaction with ethylene oxide, and it forms dialkoxyethane, I told, and reaction with the diazomethane also studied, that is CH2N2. It also forms ester with the liberation of nitrogen gas. Now, second type of chemical reactions, characteristic chemical reactions of alcohols, is a reactions involving carbon oxygen linkage. I will give you a small flow chart of the repeated chemical reactions which are already discussed. Also comes under this category of this alcohols formation, alcohols reactions, formation of alkyl halides. Okay, so I will take alcohol here, and in this, if we take this hydrogen halide with the zinc chloride anhydrous, then we will get alkyl halide is called as a Gru's process. It is a reaction involved by CO linkage in alcohol. This is called as Gru process. As you know, this alcohol reacts with this phosphorus halides also. As we have observed, alcohol reacts with the phosphorus halides. In that reaction with the phosphorus halides, PCl3, if you take, you can get RCl. PCl5, if you take, also you will get RCl, but in PCl3 case you will get H3PO3 orthophosphorus acid, and in the PCl5 case you will get POCl3 and HCl. Not only that one, we have one more reaction observed in the preparation of ethyl chloride, that is from thionyl chloride SOCl2. If you treat this one, this is the best method of ethyl chloride preparation we discussed, that is RCl plus SO2 plus HCl. We usually call this method as Darjan's method as most important reaction, Darjan's process. So these are the reactions, but we have haloalkane preparations. In those preparations, these all reactions we have discussed. This all comes under the cleavage of carbon oxygen bond in alcohol only. Now I am taking reaction with ammonia. You know, ammonia is NH3. Ammonia is a base. These alcohols are weak acids. If you treat alcohols with ammonia, definitely the reaction takes place with the removal of water, NH2. That can be done in the presence of anhydrous ZnCl2 at a temperature 300 degrees Celsius. Then you will get this RNH2. RNH2 is nothing but amine with the removal of water. So here what you have obtained is nothing but amine, primary amine. Okay. So this is one. Coming to the other one. What is the other one is nothing but reaction with HNO3. Another reaction we have, that is nothing but reaction with HNO3. As you know, HNO3 is nothing but nitric acid. So in nitric acid, we should remember that the linkage also, that is nitrogen, one nitrogen with oxygen double bond, another nitrogen with oxygen is a day 2 bond. So in that way we have to see this nitric acid, and this nitric acid reacts with alcohol. Here also there is a possibility of the removal of this water molecule, removal of this water molecule. Once the water molecule is removed, you will be getting RONO2, RONO2 plus H2O. This must be concentrated nitric acid only in this reaction. That time we can call this RONO2 as alkyl nitrate, alkyl nitrate in the process. So hope you understand. In this, what will happen? Nitric acid will give proton. After that, the reaction proceeds via the removal of water molecule, formation of carbocation of that alkyl nitrate will be formed. Now, I am going to discuss about the reactions of these alcohols with concentrated sulfuric acid or H2SO4. And this chemical reaction is most chemical reaction I can say, because most important chemical reaction, as at different types of temperatures these alcohols will undergo reaction with the sulfuric acid with gives different products called as dehydrated products. That's why this reaction is also called as a dehydration reactions. So in these reactions, once we see, if it is ethyl alcohol is there, C2H5OH is there, and if this C2H5OH how reacts with ethyl alcohol at 0 degrees Celsius, first we will see. And sulfuric acid you have to write elaborately in this reaction, as you know sulfur oxygen bonds are double bonds and there are two OH groups are there in sulfuric acid. It is also important to note that this sulfuric acid is a dibasic acid. Sulfuric acid is a dibasic acid. That's why I am going to write two OH groups elaborately. You can consider that this carbon oxygen bond removal only, cleavage only in this alcohol, that time what will happens, this whatever the OH in the ethyl alcohol will be treated, will be separated out with hydrogens in sulfuric acid as water. So there are two H2O molecules will be separated from this depiction. So if you remove two H2O molecules, what will happen? The other part is nothing but connected with the ethyl groups. So then what is the product? That is C2H5 sulfur with the two oxygens double bonds. Another C2H5 is also there. So this is how we will call it as a diethyl sulfate. What is the name of this compound? Is nothing but this is diethyl sulfate. So this can be obtained at 0 degrees Celsius only. So it is one of the temperature. At that temperature only this alcohol converted into this diethyl sulfate. Coming to the another temperature, we'll take another temperature. If you take ethyl alcohol C2H5OH with sulfuric acid as elaborately HOSO3H like this, then this whatever OH bond is there, the OH bond in the OH group in the ethyl alcohol and hydrogen from the acid, if you remove, then at 20 to 35 degrees Celsius, in between this temperature range, they are saying this compound ethyl sulfate can be obtained as C2H5 OSO3H. So ethyl hydrogen sulfate is the compound we can say. This ethyl hydrogen sulfate is stable up to 100 degrees Celsius. So you can understand that this is stable up to what temperature? Up to 100 degrees Celsius. This ethyl hydrogen sulfate is stable. So its name is ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Okay, ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Moving on to the another important reaction we have. We'll see the next reaction. That next reaction I would like to write with excess of sulfuric acid, ethyl alcohol forms what compound? That is CH3, CH2OH plus sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4 at 140 degrees Celsius. Here you will take excess of sulfuric acid. It removes water from the ethyl alcohol. When you take 2 moles of this ethyl alcohol, you will get CH3, CH2O, CH2, CH3. This is called as diethyl ether. You know, it is also called as ethoxyethane. At 140 degrees Celsius only this dehydration takes place. That means you can take 2 moles of ethyl alcohol to get this one. Sulfuric acid here plays an important role of removing water molecule from the alcohols. Next, we will see the next higher temperature. Before that, how it happened also we'll check it. As you all know that sulfuric acid usually gives one proton. So H2SO4 gives H plus plus HSO4 minus. This we can understand from this. After this proton, if it is operated on one alcohol, then that alcohol will definitely will become protonated. Let us see. That is C2H5OH plus this proton, if you employ over this oxygen, this alcohol will become protonated alcohol OH2 plus. Now again, if you try to remove this water molecule, then one of the carbon in this ethyl group will become carbocation. So if you remove water as per the dehydration concepts, then this CH3 CH2 plus will come carbocation and water got removed. This is the first molecule I have taken. And what about the second molecule? So when you employ the second molecule over this one, second molecule is also ethyl alcohol. That is CH3, CH2, OH. Second molecule also ethyl alcohol. In this ethyl alcohol molecule, what will happens? This carbocation attacks on this one. Then that oxygen will become positive. Then that looks like CH3, CH2, O, hydrogen is there here, oxygen is positive and another bond linked with ethyl group, that is CH2, CH3. Now, you don't want this hydrogen, then you can employ this HS4 minus. This will take away this hydrogen. After that, this compound will become either, that is CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH3. So in this way, we got this diethyl ether from the above reaction. Okay, hope you understand this entire discussion. Okay, let us see the reaction of with sulfuric acid at 170 degrees Celsius. This is most important reaction. Formation of alkene ethene will takes place in this reaction at 170 degrees Celsius. Excess of sulfuric acid gives this ethene, and in this reaction also, like we have discussed earlier, there is a one step called as protonation takes place first. Protonation takes place. After that protonation, there will be removal of water. We know that is called as dehydration. You know, at 170 degrees Celsius, the thing is nothing but dehydration only will takes place, and sulfuric acid is called as a common dehydrating agent, and it will immediately removes the water. In the second step, formation of carbocation takes place, and this carbocation will lose one proton. After that removal of the proton, we can say ethene, the final product will be obtained. That step we will call it as the deprotonation. Deprotonation. It is most important mechanism, as you all know. A important question for the examinations is nothing but dehydration of alcohols. Let us see. Uh, One of the important chemical reactions of alcohols is nothing but oxidation. Why I am saying it is important is nothing but oxidation of alcohols involves the formation of a carbon oxygen double bond in alcohols. So here carbon oxygen double bond formation takes place in alcohols with the oxidation of this alcohols and with the cleavage of OH and CH bonds. So here OH bond will be separated out and CH bond also will be separated out. Here CH bond and OH bond both will be separated out in the case of this reactions of alcohols. So you can expect anything here, but instead of taking the side oxygen I am taking hydrogen, I am taking this hydrogen. So here hydrogen, here hydrogen. So this is one of the most important chemical reaction of alcohols, and why I am saying it is important means alcohols are the sources or starting materials of the preparation of this carboxylic acids as well as aldehydes, ketones. So if you take this chemical reaction here, elaborately if you see that one, the carbon, oxygen and hydrogen, if you see elaborately these bonds, in these bonds what will happen, this carbon, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, both these type of bonds will be subjected to cleavage, or we can say they'll subjected to breakage. Okay, so let us see how it can happen. As you know, to do oxidation, we need oxidizing agents. We need oxidizing agents. So alcohols, if you take not only one type of alcohol, first if you take primary alcohols, that is like all CH2OH. When you take primary alcohols first, then usually these primary alcohols can also be written like this, or CH2OH, and you need to subject these alcohols into oxidation in the presence of strong oxidizing agents like potassium permanganate in acid medium. Then first it will give RC double bond OH. That means here whatever CH2 is there, that has become C double bond OH. So here we have removed water molecule, and if it takes further, that means further oxidation if it takes place, then this aldehyde also will be converted into carboxylic acid. So the first one is nothing but aldehyde, the last one is nothing but oic acid. So these two compounds will be obtained when primary alcohol undergoes oxidation in the presence of potassium permanganate. So here you take RCH2OH, and in the presence of potassium permanganate oxidizing agent, what will happen is first this will converted into RCO2K plus. The CO2 is minus and potassium is plus. That will be converted into MnO2. Rest of the part will be converted into MnO2. After that, this acidification takes place, acid hydrolysis. It will gives carboxylic acid or COOH. So this is what one of the most important acidification reaction of primary alcohols. And moving on to the second type, next type. What is the type is nothing but secondary alcohols. As you know, those are nothing but secondary alcohols. So if you take secondary alcohols, what will be the product? Let us see. What is general formula secondary alcohols? That is RCH OH. You can write RCHOH. Another alkyl group you just assume R dash to make a little difference. And if it undergoes hydrolysis, carbon oxygen bond only loses hydrogens and it gives RC double bond O R dash. So here we got ketones in the oxidation of secondary alcohols. Secondary alcohols undergoes oxidation gives ketones, and this all takes place in the presence of chromic acid. The chromic acid is nothing but H2CrO4, and this chromic acid reaction only gives this secondary alcohols into ketones. It can be easily understand by this mechanism. RCH OH, here you can write R dash, and at the same time you need to write chromic acid formula, that is H2CrO4 in the acidic medium. This is converted into, if you take 3 moles of alcohol, 2 moles of chromic acid, you will get 3 moles of ketone or C double bond O or dash, plus chromate ions 2Cr3 plus also will come. Some 8 water molecules will come out of it. Okay. So in that way you can prepare the ketones from the secondary alcohols. Coming to the third type, next type of alcohols. What are the other type of alcohols? You know, they are tertiary alcohols. If you take tertiary alcohols, the tertiary alcohols are not said to be giving these results of aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acids, because these tertiary alcohols will subjected to oxidation in the presence of copper metal at 573 Kelvin. Suppose if you take the tertiary butyl alcohol, then this tertiary butyl alcohol yet in the presence of copper metal, this will be converted into CH3, C double bond CH2. So tertiary alcohols are most difficult to oxidize among these 3 classes of alcohols, and because of that one only these are giving only the case, that is nothing but alkenes. In this we have got alkane with the 2 alkyl groups in the tertiary alcohol cases. So dehydration of alcohol by copper metal, if you observe, suppose if copper metal is there at 573 Kelvin, this reaction, if you do it for primary alcohols, if you do it for primary alcohols, what will happens? Let us observe this. That is nothing but C2H5OH. I am taking ethyl alcohol here as CH3CH2OH. It will give acetaldehyde. In that there is no doubt at all. But in the case of tertiary alcohols, what happened? Alkene is obtained. But secondary alcohols, if you take secondary alcohols, CH3 twice CHOH, they are giving the ketone, that is CH3 twice CO, they are giving. So secondary alcohols are giving ketones. It indicates that tertiary alcohols, the reaction is considered as the difficult reaction, tertiary alcohols undergo dehydration to form alkenes. So this is nothing but dehydration reaction. Okay.